Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. I am Dr. Camelia Straughn, your Your Life Transformational Coach and Mentor. And today is Tuesday Morning Tea, live with Dr. Straughn. And our conversation today is going to be geared around a few things that you can do to effortlessly, right? To move into a space of effortlessly creating success in your life. Good morning, Queen Studio 5. Thank you for being here. And Jack All 110. Thank you for joining us. And just so that everyone is aware, I am streaming live both on Facebook and Periscope. So let us hope that the technology gods are nice to us, right? Good morning. Thank you. Please be sure to share and invite your friends and family in and to be a part of the conversation. So I really appreciate you all for being here. So again, for those who are just coming in, I am Dr. Camelia Straughn, your Your Life Transformational Coach and Mentor. I am the CEO and founder of Rising Star Coaching, and our mission is to really disrupt the way women view themselves, heal their hearts, and to help them create a life of bliss. And when we talk about bliss, we're talking about standing in your truth to your power of your beliefs, loving yourself, understanding intimacy, creating self-love, right, and self-care, and defining success for yourself, right? And so we do that through a few different mediums. We do that through our books. We do that through coming here and having a conversation with you. We do that via our workshops and our retreats. So you can connect with us and get the more detailed information on those things. But for this morning, in this medium, we're going to have a discussion about daily disciplines for effortless success, right? Daily disciplines for effortless success. And everything is really about, from our learning and from our understanding, is really about creating habits that work, habits that are productive, right? And so when we're thinking about effortless success, that's really about releasing any resistance, letting go of any thoughts or beliefs that you have been taught, right? Because whether it is good or bad, we are a product of our upbringing and our society, our community, right? Our culture. The great thing is that we are human, right? We are human. And so with that, we have choice. So when things are not working, when things are not moving in the place that you need them to move, you have the ability to make choice, to make change. And I'll say that again. You have the ability to make choice and to make change. It is all up to you. Even when bad things happen, right? Even when bad things happen. When people make choices to create harm and all these different things in your life, after those events, right, you have the ability to make choice. And so that's what today's conversation is going to be about. Making a choice. Putting behaviors and exercises in place where you can be successful. Right? So the first thing we're going to look at, so there's going to be about 6. And we're going to try to make sure that we are being comprehensive and thorough but not holding you long. That is always our goal, right? That is always our goal. So number one, the first thing I want everyone to recognize and to hold on to, that when we give these tips and everything, these are things that you want to do on a daily basis. They're not time consuming. There are things that you will do on a daily basis as you go throughout your day, as you notice how things are going and how things are being moved throughout the day and how you're responding to it, right? So these exercises are really about creating a space of how you're responding to whatever is happening. So the first thing is going to be visualize your goals and intentions. And when we talk about visualizing your goals and your intentions, it is really about taking time and being clear about what it is that you want. Being clear about what it is that you want. And so with that, we have a workshop. We have a goal board workshop that we have created. And so for those who are located here in Sacramento, you can connect with us and be able to get the information on when those are happening. And so what that does, it helps you visualize, see, you put into physical form what it is that you want, and physical form of your intentions. So you visualize, right, your goals and your intentions. That's number one. And you do this as soon as you wake up in the morning. Okay? Take that moment. What are your goals? What are your intentions? Take 5 to 10 minutes and stay in that space to focus your mind on your desires, on your goals, and on your intentions. 5 to 10 minutes. Not long at all, right? So that's number one. Hello, thank you for joining us, Iba-san. We appreciate you being here. So number two is use external images to keep you focused, right? And so that goes back to our idea of creating the vision board. All of the people that we consider great successes in their lives, they talked about how the vision board helps them stay focused because it gives them that visualization on a daily basis throughout the day, that where they can see and zone in and say, oh, okay, this is my intention. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I have released this, right? So you use external images to keep you focused. That's number two. And that is another powerful way to keep your biggest, most ambitious goals top of your mind. Wonderful. Thank you. We appreciate that as well. Always watch the replay, because then you can stop and write and, however it works for you. We appreciate that as well. So number two is use your external images to keep you focused, right? Use external images to keep you focused. For me, that is my vision board. Now, once I create my vision board in its physical form, I also take pictures of it, right? And I have it on my phone. So when I'm not at home or in my office, I'm able to see it. I'm able to stop in the midst of the day, the chaos, and say, okay, what are my intentions? What is it that I am really working toward, right? What am I working toward? And plus, it gives you that split second, right? That split second, yes, it works wonders, because it also gives you that split second to stop and pull back and recognize when you're just like, and nothing is happening, right? So create those external images to keep you focused. Number 3. Here's a good one. We like this one. This one is going to take a little work, right? Because it's about shifting your mindset. But it's about releasing negative thoughts. Number 3, releasing negative thoughts. So as you go throughout your day, you might notice yourself thinking negative thoughts such as, I could never afford that. There's no way I'll ever get that. Or, who am I kidding? All of these are limiting thoughts, right? Limiting thoughts that keep you from reaching your goals. Where do your ideas start? Right? They start with a thought in your mind. That's where our thoughts. That's where everything, right here. Your success, right, can be made, created, destroyed right here in your thoughts. Because our thoughts become habits, our habits become beliefs, and they become a way of being and doing. So if you're looking at creating a business or looking at purchasing whatever it is, your relationships, all of it is really about how you are showing up, what you're thinking, and the feelings that you are creating within yourself about what is happening. Right? Because you have a choice in how you feel about anything that goes on in your life. No one can make you feel any kind of way. No one. How you feel is your choice. Now, that is not to say that there are things that don't happen that make you feel sad, make you feel angry. All of that is true. But the consensus, the idea is that you choose whether or not you stay in those spaces. And you do that, you create that choice by thought. What is it that you're thinking? And then in that thinking, you create a feeling. And so the feeling is going to create more momentum to that. And so when you're thinking that, you say, man, why is this happening to me? Well, because you created the thought, and now you've attached a feeling to it, and so it just comes faster and faster and faster. But when we can stop and shift our thinking and decide how we want to feel about something, decide what role we want to play in all of it, including our own lives, then you find that you are more able to manage the contrast, right? Because the contrast is about deciding what you don't and what you do, like what you do or you don't want to experience, right? And how long you're going to stay in it. So as you sift through the contrast, you say, okay, no, I don't want that. Go over there. Go over there and leave it. And focus on what you do want. Right? So those are the parts of releasing the negative thoughts. And the releasing of the negative thoughts is about shifting the way we think and shifting how we look at how we feel about things. And recognize that that is under our control as well. Okay? Now, let me see here. Because I really like the idea of conversation. And sometimes the what do you call this? Internet, all of it, it doesn't always play the way we want it to, right? But that's okay, right? That's okay. So it's just like with anything. If we get caught up in the what's not working, then guess what? More of the what's not working will be there. So we really want to be able to get the idea and move into a space where we understand that I got this. I can move this either way that I want. And we do that by releasing our negative thoughts and by pulling in those thoughts that create the happiness, that create the how of what we need to do in order to move forward in whatever our aspirations are, right? Because this is about how to effortlessly be successful. And these steps, you can move them across the board. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're trying to create, right? It doesn't matter what you're trying to create. Release those negative thoughts. Number 4. So you release the negative thoughts, and we kind of hit it in there. But number 4 is think a better feeling thought. And there's those two things together again. Feeling and thought. Feeling and thought. Right? Feeling and thought. So the idea is when you notice yourself reacting to a person or a situation with disappointment, with resentment, with frustration or anger, consciously, right? Consciously shift your focus to thoughts that make you feel a more positive emotion. Right? So think a better feeling thought. So when you find yourself in those spaces where you're angry, you're frustrated, and it just seems like it's just spiraling out of control, just stop and pull back and say, okay. And as you practice it, right, here's the thing. As you practice it, what'll happen is that you will jump into that better feeling thought quicker, right? Because we don't want you to think that you're not going to ever have any negative thoughts, or that you're not going to ever be frustrated or disappointed, right? It's not to say that those things are not ever going to happen, because that is not true. They are going to happen. But what we're trying to portray here is that you don't have to stay there. And it doesn't matter what it is. You don't have to stay there. You can make a choice to move to a space where you are thinking a better feeling thought. And that is our goal, right? Because your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings create your circumstances. I'll say that again. Your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings create your circumstances. Right? So, if we put all of that together and we say, okay, I understand that flow. I see that flow in everything. Right? So we know and understand that the best way to change our experiences is by focusing on thoughts that raise our vibration and allow us, because I'm included in all of this, right? Allow us to become a vibrational match for the experiences we want to attract into our life, right? We create all of that through our thoughts, because our thoughts create our feelings create our circumstances, right? So moving on to number 5. Get my notes here. Number 5. That looks like 10, but it's 5, right? So number 5, cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Oh. Because it's gratitude is really a concept that falls into being a good steward, right? So if you are a good steward of the things that you already have, that makes space for greater things, because then the universe knows, the creator knows that you're ready, right? But if we are not good stewards, if we're not standing in a space of gratitude for what we already have, then we're saying that, nope, we're not ready. Don't give it to me, because I'm just going to blow it off, right? So an attitude of gratitude. Hello, Tiffany. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Please share the video and hit the like and heart buttons, right? Because it helps with the algorithm of everything, and so it kind of spreads the love, right? So number 5 is really about cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Now this is a big one. This is a big one, right? Big one. It's absolutely critical to take some time every day, to focus on what you are grateful for. Every day. The more you feel gratitude, the more you will have in your life to feel grateful for. It's really just that simple. Just think about it. Those times when you say, you know what, I'm going to start being more grateful. I'm going to, really practice it. And you think about it and you say, those times when you were like standing in gratitude, when you were just grateful for breathing, you're grateful for the sun, you're grateful for the water that you get to drink, all of it, and things will just flow. Just like never, it's like whatever it is that you need is just right there. Right there. But then when you get into the space of woe is me, it's like it all just dries up. And you're like, what in the world? Because gratitude creates that momentum that puts us in a high vibrational space, that where we're standing ready to receive what we've asked for. So gratitude puts us in a space to be ready to receive. Right? Ask and it shall be given. But there's pieces to that, right? Because you have to believe and know that is going to happen. And in that belief and knowing that is going to happen, it is really about standing in a space of gratitude. Being grateful for it. Even though you don't see it. Right? Stepping out on those action steps to pull it to you. That's how that works. Gratitude. And here's the thing. All you have to do is spend a few minutes every day. Focusing on all the things in your life that you are grateful for. Your health, your children, your job, the nice weather, electricity, running water, a nice stereo system. You see how simple that is? You just go on and on and on and on and on. Stand in a space of gratitude. I cannot emphasize how powerful that is. Because standing in a space of gratitude will also impact the first 4 steps or tips that we mentioned, right? Because it'll help you shift your thought. It'll help you release the negative thoughts. It'll help you get focused. It'll help you remember to create those external things to look at to keep you focused, right? It'll help you move into a space where you know how important and you embrace investing in yourself. Because when we do those things, we become better for those who are around us, right? So gratitude. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude. It is a daily thing. It's not something that you do once and say, okay, I got that. No, every day. Just a few minutes. And it's not a hard hunt, right? It's not. Just get, you know what? I am grateful for being here. I'm grateful for my breath. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for my tribe, my audience, who take the time and spend this 30 to 45 minutes with me on Tuesday mornings, right? I'm grateful. That's just how simple it is. That's how easy we can make it. You don't have to make it hard. You see, when you cultivate this attitude of gratitude, right, you begin to see all of the beautiful things that are going on in your life. You become grateful for the water, and then the car shows up that you're grateful for it. You're grateful for the home, right? You're even grateful for the contrast that happens and comes into your life. Because it helps you to determine how you want your life to be. So stand in gratitude of the lessons as well. Even the ones we don't like, right? Cultivate an attitude of gratitude. And number 6 is about acknowledging what works. Acknowledging what works, right? So if you have a business, in your relationships, all of it, acknowledge what works and repeat it. Acknowledge what works and repeat it. Right? Because if you start to see something change for the better, acknowledge that it's happening and appreciate it. Right? So if we look at our relationships, whether it's with our children, with our mate, right, with the people at work, acknowledge when things are getting better. When they shifted something that you said, you know what, that doesn't make me feel good. Right? Acknowledge it and show appreciation. You know what, sweetheart? I really am grateful and thankful that blah, blah. When I told you that didn't make me feel good, that you made the efforts to change it. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Because you know the elders always said, you can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. Right? So you get better results when we are positive, when we show appreciation, when we acknowledge the efforts, right? So acknowledge it. When someone has lost their job and you see them going out every day, day after day, taking that no, right? Show appreciation for that. You know, when it finally clicks for your teenager, right? Show appreciation for that. And say, thank you. I am so proud of you. Acknowledge it. And it's not saying it took you long enough. No, it is saying, you know what? I am proud of you. I appreciate that you are putting in the effort. Thank you. That's acknowledging what is working. Right? And when you find like something as simple as the perfect parking space, right? So we talked about relationships, our children, but something as simple as finding the perfect parking space. Acknowledge that. I test it often, especially with the parking space thing. As soon as when I get to it's going to be a parking space just right up front. Boom. When I get there, boom. And it can literally be packed. And I can just slide in there. You can do that with any aspect, any area of your life. It's about trusting, appreciating, and acknowledging that yes, the Creator has my back. The universe has my back. It's all going to work out. I got this. All right? When you get to the table at the restaurant, I'm just giving you these like little simple things that you can say, oh, really? Acknowledge that? Yes. Acknowledge that. Because guess what? Some people didn't make it to the dinner table. Some people didn't make it to the restaurant. But you did. So acknowledge that. And appreciate it. Right? When you meet someone who can help you reach your goal, acknowledge that the universe has your back and is sending you who and what you need to achieve your dreams. Right? Acknowledge it. And then take the necessary steps to make the connection. Right? And so this morning, as we get ready to close, our discussion was about daily disciplines for effortless success. Now, these are little things that you would do every day, just a couple of minutes. Every day, throughout the day. Some will happen first thing in the morning. Some will happen throughout the day. Right? And so we'll let you know again. We'll just give you the brief list as we get ready to close. Number 1, visualize your goals and intentions. Number 2, use external images to keep you focused. Number 3 is release negative thoughts. Number 4, think a better feeling thought. Right? Number 5, cultivate an attitude of gratitude. And number 6, acknowledge what's working. And that is our call to action today, right? Our call to action is about you taking those 6 things, implementing them on a daily basis, and watch how things move and shift and change. Because see, when we want to make a difference in our own lives and in the lives that we touch and that we become a part of, then we do the work, right? You make the shift for you. And those things around you will shift as well. And see, and when we move into this positive light and we're operating at this high vibrational level, those things that are not vibrating on that level, guess what? They can't even come into your space. They can't even come into your space. I dare you to try it. I dare you to try it. And let me know what the results are for you. Right? Let me know. I can tell you what they're going to be. But I want you to put it into practice and experience it for yourself. Right? And don't let go of it. And you can bounce back and forth if you like, just to see, oh, okay, if it was a fluke. Right? It's your life. Right? 365 days are going to pass. And as long as you're breathing, you're going to create a life. So why not create a life that you love, no matter what's happening? Right? So I thank you all for being here. I thank you for being a part of the conversation. Please put your comments in the comments below the video, and I will respond to them. I appreciate you. I am your sister in healing, loving you with all the love in my heart. Asking you to put on your calendars every Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will be coming live to you based on your comments, based on the emails that we receive. We thank you for those emails. We thank you for those responses, because they help us create the content that we bring to you. Right? And we hope and pray that it is of value. So we really want to hear from you. We really want to create a dialogue, right? So for those of you who are just coming in, we're getting ready to end, but you can go back and watch the replay. We appreciate that as well. Please share the video out with your family and friends on your pages, in your groups, right? We appreciate that. For those of you who would like to spend some time and talk with Dr. Straughn, you can see the links in the comments, right? Those of you who are on Periscope, you can connect with me. You can connect at the link at bit.ly/you are a star, all caps, right? And that'll put you in a position to where you can schedule some time to get a chance to talk to me. And so go to our pages and look at the events that we have coming up. We have a book signing coming up March 17th here in Sacramento at the Brick House. All the information, everything will be coming out for that soon, so we hope to see you all there. Again, I am Dr. Camelia Straughn, your Own Your Life transformational coach and mentor. And our mission is to disrupt the way women view themselves, help them heal their hearts, and to create a life of bliss. Again, loving you with all the love in my heart. Namaste. Peace, family. Oh my God, all this stuff in here.